You went to bed early. You got a full 8 hours. And yet, you wake up feeling like you never slept at all. You reach for your coffee, pushing through the fog for a few hours. But underneath it all, you are running on empty. And here's the hard truth. Energy and rest are not the same thing. To understand why, we need to go deeper, all the way down to your cells. Inside every single cell in your body, there are tiny power plants called mitochondria. And their only job, the one thing they exist to do, is to take the food you eat and the air you breathe and convert it into real, usable energy. Not tomorrow, not later. Every single second of every single day. But here's where it breaks down. When your body is locked in a state of chronic inflammation, or when it's been starving for the right nutrients for months, maybe even years, those power plants start to fail. Slowly at first, then all at once. And when that happens, sleep stops being the solution. You can spend 10 hours in bed, completely still, completely unconscious, and wake up just as drained as when you laid down. Because the problem is never how long you slept. The problem is that your cells have lost the ability to produce energy in the first place. That's not a sleep problem, that's a cellular problem. And no alarm clock, no mattress, no sleep app in the world can fix what's happening at that level. And that's only half the story. Because then there's your cortisol. Your body runs on an ancient, unyielding clock. A clock that was never designed for the world you live in today. Scientists call it the circadian rhythm, and for thousands of years, it was governed by two immutable forces, the rise and the fall of the sun. That's it. That's all your biology ever needed. When the sun went down, your brain received one clear signal: the day is over. In response, it began suppressing a powerful stress hormone called cortisol, and slowly, naturally allowed melatonin to flood your system. Your body temperature dropped, your heart rate slowed, and you drifted into the kind of deep, restorative sleep that actually heals you. But modern life rewrote the rules, and your ancient brain never got the memo. Today, the sun sets, but your world stays blindingly bright. Every time you stare at your smartphone, your television, or your laptop after dark, you are sending a direct signal to your brain through your eyes, and that signal is blue light. High frequency, high intensity blue light, the exact same wavelength that your brain associates with the middle of the day. To your nervous system, that glowing screen isn't entertainment, it's a warning. It's high noon in the middle of the desert, and something out there might be trying to kill you. Your brain doesn't ask questions, it reacts. Cortisol spikes, adrenaline kicks in. Your entire system shifts into high alert because, evolutionarily speaking, that's what kept your ancestors alive. But you are not running from a predator, you are watching Netflix. So here's what actually happens when you finally put the phone down and close your eyes. You think you're going to sleep, but internally your nervous system is still at war. Your heart rate is elevated, your brain waves are erratic, your stress hormones are surging through your bloodstream with nowhere to go. You might stay unconscious for 8 full hours, but you never reach deep, slow wave sleep. You never reach the phase where your brain flushes out metabolic waste, where damaged cells get repaired, where your body actually recovers. You're not sleeping, you're just lying still with the engine running at full throttle. And this right here is why you wake up exhausted. Your body didn't rest last night. It survived the night. It white-knuckled its way to morning. And now, here you are again, heavy fog in your head, reaching for the coffee, forcing a system that's already running on fumes to somehow carry you through another day. So the real question isn't why are you tired? The real question is, how long are you going to keep running a broken engine before it breaks down completely? Fixing a broken engine doesn't mean buying the latest gadget or hacking your way through some expensive biohacking protocol. It means something far more fundamental. It means changing the inputs you give to your own biology. And it starts not at night, but the very second your eyes open in the morning. Here's why that matters. The moment you wake up, your brain is still running last night's cortisol hangover. The fog you feel isn't weakness, it's chemistry. And the fastest, most powerful way to clear it costs you nothing. Step outside, get direct, natural sunlight into your eyes for just 10 minutes. No windows between you and the sky, no sunglasses filtering out the signal. That specific wavelength of morning light hits a cluster of neurons in your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, your master circadian clock, and it triggers an immediate full system reset. It clears the leftover adenosine, the chemical buildup responsible for that heavy, can't think straight morning fog, and it schedules your melatonin production for exactly 14 hours later. You are literally programming tonight sleep while you are standing in your driveway. But if the morning is about resetting the clock, the real battle happens at the end of the day. If you want cortisol to drop naturally, if you want your nervous system to actually stand down and let your body repair itself, you have to give it permission to do so. And that means implementing what I call a digital twilight. 60 minutes before bed, the screens go dark, phone down, TV off, laptop closed. If you absolutely must use a screen, you adapt your environment around it. Heavy blue blocking lenses, software that shifts your displays to deep amber, dim, warm lighting throughout your home. You are not punishing yourself. You are sending your brain one clear, unambiguous message. The hunt is over. It is safe to rest. And then there's the timing of your last meal. Most people completely overlook this one. When you eat a heavy meal within 3 hours of going to bed, your body is forced to make a choice, and it chooses digestion over repair. Your heart rate stays elevated to push blood toward your gut. Your core temperature stays high. Your growth hormone, the hormone responsible for rebuilding your muscles, your brain tissue, your immune system overnight gets suppressed. You are essentially telling your body, forget the repairs. We've got a cheeseburger to deal with. Do these 3 things consistently for just 1 week. Protect your morning light, enforce your digital twilight, stop eating at least 3 hours before sleep, and you will feel the difference. The fog begins to lift, the engine starts running smoother, you start waking up feeling like a human being again. But here's the hard part. For millions of modern professionals, people doing everything right habits are only half the equation. Because even when you fix the light, fix the timing, fix the meals, there is still a silent deficiency hiding inside the modern diet, one that makes true cellular recovery practically impossible, and almost nobody is talking about it. That silent deficiency is magnesium. And here's something nobody told you. The magnesium crisis isn't inside your body, it started in the ground. Decades of industrial farming have stripped the soil of its mineral content. The vegetables and grains you eat today contain up to 80% less magnesium than the same foods your grandparents ate. 80%. You can do everything right and still be running on empty because the food stopped delivering what your cells need. At the molecular level, magnesium is the master key of your entire energy system. It drives ATP production inside your mitochondria. It binds to your GABA receptors, the same ones targeted by anti-anxiety medications, and forces your nervous system to stand down. It signals your adrenal glands to drop cortisol. No magnesium, no recovery. It's that simple. Running without it is like pouring premium fuel into an engine with no oil. Eventually it seizes. Now, not all magnesium works. Most pharmacy brands use magnesium oxide, a form your body can barely absorb. You get zero cellular benefit and a wrecked digestive system. What you actually need is magnesium glycinate for deep nervous system repair, and magnesium L-threonate clinically shown to cross the blood-brain barrier and reverse neural fatigue directly at the source. Check the description below for the exact formula we recommend. It's the only one we trust for deep cellular repair. But recovering your cells is only the first step, because once your mitochondria are firing again, you're going to hit the next wall, your focus. There's a specific biological mechanism that kills your concentration at exactly 3 p.m. every single day. Most people blame lunch. The real cause goes much deeper. That's what we're breaking down next. Subscribe and we'll see you there.